The Detroit Tigers are heading to Milwaukee now to play the Milwaukee Brewers. As you can see, we are only one less win than them at American Family Field or something like that. Freddie Peralta gets the start for them today, as on the mound for us is Michael Lorenzen with his first start as he's back from his little injury. We'll take a look at the starting lineups for both teams, 1 through 9 here, as we'll hop right into the top of the first inning where it's Freddie Peralta starting off against Matt Vierling in a 3-2 count. He draws ball 4 and gets some speed on the base pass. He would go ahead and swipe second base here as Baddoo is up. Easy stolen base for Vierling. He has 6 on the year. And then Akil Baddoo in a 3-2 count of his own. He would bloop one into left field and get the RBI single to get things rolling here as Vierling sets up an easy 1-0 lead for us. We then go on later on the inning, and you can see now in the bottom of the first, Michael Lorenzen, he gets into early trouble in his first career start his first start of the year, as he's already down 2 runners on, both in scoring position, and then he loads the bases after 1 out as Keaston Hira gets the walk. But Lorenzen works and controls. He gets a strikeout here for his second K of the inning, and the third K, he gets it there as whatever the fuck his name is, gets out. Second inning here, Lorenzen would pitch another gem. No problem here. Strikeout number 1 there. Strikeout number 2 of the inning there. He had, I think, 5 at this point. Make it 6 as he strikes out the side. Nice and easy inning there from Michael Lorenzen as we jump to the top of the third, where Freddie Peralta was also dealing after the early first run. He gets Baddoo swinging here, and it is still 1-0 after 3 innings. We now go to the top of the fourth, where it's Miguel Cabrera getting a little rally going on here, 3-2. He rips it into left field for an easy base knock here, and the veteran gets on base to start the 4th inning. That would bring up Austin Meadows here, who's 0 for 1 on the day, as he takes the first pitch here of Freddie Peralta, and he rips it into right field over the head of the right fielder. That's going to bounce off the wall. Miguel Cabrera is too slow to score, but it'd be 2 runners in scoring position here with nobody down. After Austin Meadows gets an easy 6th double of the year. And then jump to the next batter, Kerry Carpenter, as he rips a fly ball into center field. I believe Garrett Mitchell is playing center field for them. He'd make it. Does not have a play at the plate, so they would try to go to third. Runners advance, and it is 2-0 Detroit Tigers as Miggy scores, and Meadows gets into third base. Ryan Kreidler now up, and he would hit a fly ball in the right field. Meadows would go to tag up here. It's a shallow fly. It's a risky call here to tag up, but the throw is offline from right field, and Meadows would score, and the Tigers take a 3-0 lead. We then jump to the bottom of the 4th now a little bit later as Lorenzen kept dealing. Gets another strikeout here on Tyrone Taylor. That would be his 9th strikeout of the game. And here is his 10th one as he gets Garrett Mitchell swinging. 10 Ks through 4 innings is a great start after being hurt most of the year. Jump to the top of the 5th, 2nd and 3rd, 2 down. A hit and run situation would easily score. I think that's Wencio Perez, who is at second base. So a nice RBI single for Austin Meadows here, and it tends to lead to 4-0. Bottom of the 5th now, Michael Lorenzen would allow a nice double here to Mike Brazeau. I thought it was Michael Brazeau. I guess he changed his name to Mike in the game. I don't know. But 3-1 count, he rips it, and that would be the end of the day for Michael Lorenzen. Tyler Alexander would come on here having a great year, and the lefty would face Victor Caratini. And his first pitch of the day will go right back up the middle for a base knock, and the Brazeau will score from second pretty easily, as it's an RBI single for the Brewers. Tyler Alexander would eventually get out of the inning, though, as 2 outs here against Christian Yelich would be a fly ball in the left field. For a solid inning, only 1 run allowed, but it is not bad. I'm pretty sure that is Michael Lorenzen's earned run. We now jump all the way to the 8th inning, where it is Austin Meadows who draws a walk here. 4-1 game still. He draws the walk, and in a 1-1 count, Kerry Carpenter rips one into the gap here in right field. Meadows would score all the way from first, as Kerry Carpenter would get his 6th double of the year as well, and make it a 5-1 game, where we would now jump all the way to, I think it's the bottom of the 9th here, where Jose Cisnero. I don't know how to say it still, but he get the K there, and the Tigers would win by a score of 5-1. Player of the game honors would go to Austin Meadows, as he, I think, went 2 for 3, had a walk, had a double, a couple RBIs, and a couple runs. Tyler Alexander pitched 3 perfectly solid innings. Besides the earned run that did go or get charged to Michael Lorenzen, but he would get the win as Peralta gets the loss there, allowing 4 of the 5 earned runs. Michael Purcell was their top player, as well as Price Durang. As for us, it was Meadows and Kerry Carpenter. Vierling got on base as well and scored, as well as Miggy Cabrera. We now do some simulating here, as we will simulate some of the rest of this series here. And you can see we win 6-3 here in the first game after. You can see some, like Cabrera went 3 for 6. Riley Green went 4 for 6. Baez went 2 for 4. He must have walked a couple times. Either way, it all resulted in a 6-3 win. And then the next game we lose 19-6. I mean, it's a tale of 2 completely different games. I don't know what the hell happened here. Tyler Boyd got rocked. Hill got rocked. Vest got rocked. Like it was not a good situation. Alexander allowed 3 runs and none of them were his fault. Like, that's how bad it was with the other pitchers. As for them, Wade Miley allowed 4 runs, but I mean, when you're up 19-6, I mean, it's not going to matter too much how many runs you allow. We then go to simulate, or I guess Simcast, or Quick Manage, that's what it's called. Some of the minor league games, as we have Wilmer Flores here making another start for the AAA. What are we, Rockhounds, I think? Toledo, whatever we are. You can see here, pitching, he allows an early run here, but you can see our team starts off pretty much the exact same way. A walk, a single, an RBI single. Like, both teams started the exact same way. You can see Flores' stats on the side there. He has about a 4 ERA this year. He hasn't been perfect, but being one of our top prospects, he has been pretty good. You can see Toledo takes a 3-1 lead here. And he does get into a little bit of trouble. He allows 2 more runs, but he gets out of the inning on his own, which is good to see that we did not have to use the bullpen this early. You see a 2-run double on the other end for us. Now we go to pitching again. We start off with a walk and then a double play, a strike him out, throw him out. Pretty solid game here for our team as we take a 6-3 lead as Steele Walker hits a solo shot. And Flores just kept going. LeCastro gave us some problems in this game. He had a walk, stolen base, and run. He had a single stolen base and run here as Vogelbach, who is for some reason in AAA. He gets the RBI single. And you can see here for us, we just simulate again. Wilmer Flores, though, would be done after 5 innings as we go to our bullpen. And our bullpen was pretty solid, I think. I wish I did this a little bit faster. I should have probably sped this up. I didn't realize how slow this was. But you can just see the rest of the game. It's 7-5 here, and we're still holding that lead. Our bats are getting a little quiet here. We did get 1 run in the 6th, but other than that, nothing since the 4th inning. We go to Jace Fry, I think, or Matt Wisler. I don't know. He gets out of the 8th inning there. You can see our bats still going quiet. And in the 9th inning, we would call upon our closer, Trevor Rosenthal, who for some reason is in AAA, I don't know. He'd allow a 3-run home run. Yeah, Rosenthal blows the save, and we would not get back into it as Tommy Hunter would end the game there for the Metropolitans. As, Ronnie Mauricio had a home run, 4 for 5 day. Yeah, we got destroyed there. But we simulate to the next day here of the AAA season, and we would see that Erod, who I'm pretty sure we called down, I think we called him down, or he was injured, so I'm giving him some games in AAA. I honestly cannot remember. This was a while ago. But he will get a start in AAA here, and I wanted to see how this would go, basically because he is MLB ready, but he just was struggling, I believe. I'm pretty sure he was struggling in the MLB, and that's why I sent him down. So I gave him time to just adjust. That way he wouldn't just fall too far. And you can see here, through 3 innings, nothing really happens. I mean, Donnie Sands for us, it's a triple, and Navigado hits him in. It's a 1-0 lead for us, and Erod was dealing through 4. Lipshius. He gets on base. Parker Meadows got on base, got a stolen base as well. Parker Meadows is another guy I'm interested in. Nice little, I think he's a left field or center field. I'm not exactly sure. But he's been doing pretty solid. And, of course, having him and Austin Meadows on the same team would be amazing. You can see here, Erod got into a lot of trouble here. 4 straight singles. I finally took him out here after a 2-2 game. And Reese Olson gets out of the inning, keeping it a 2-2 game. Parker Meadows again gets on base, but nothing comes from it. As you can now see, we have our pen in. Humberto Mejia comes in for them, gets out of the inning. Reese Olson came in for us, and he worked a solid game after. And then Cesar Hernandez hits a solo shot. Obviously, he's a veteran that probably shouldn't be in the minor leagues, but he was killing it in the minor leagues and in this game here. We now in the 9th inning, I think we go to Weisler, because I did not trust Rosenthal. No, we did go to Rosenthal, and he allowed a home run and a walk. But I gave him the finish because I know Rosenthal, he should be fine, and he finally got out of the game. See, Lipshius gets the player of the game nods here as Reese Olson gets the win. Humberto Mejia gets the loss. And not so bad showing there for our team. But now we got to go down to Double-A, where it's Jackson Jobe pitching against Chin Jung Liu. The Portland Sea Dogs, I mean, my favorite team's minor league system. You would think I know them, but I don't pay attention to minor leagues. But Jackson Jobe here having a stellar year to start, and he's looking to get another good start here as he is our top prospect in the organization. I'm pretty sure he's still the top prospect. Maybe Wilmer Flores is ahead of him now. But he's been great this year, and he looks to continue that great start. You can see the Double-A team there. Not many names that I would say are off to a hot start. Is that LeBron James playing first base? I just noticed that. Either way, he gets on first base and a 2-run shot early on for the Portland Sea Dogs. I really don't know who the fuck L. James is. I think that's LeBron James. I think he just switched sports on us. Either way, 2-0 in this game. LeBron James gets to fielder choice after getting on base. LeBron James just completely threw me off this video. I'm just saying that now. I did not process that until now, and it has completely thrown me off that LeBron James is playing first base for the Portland Sea Dogs. Anyway, 2-1 game for Portland here. You can see we got a double, a strikeout, and a walk here early on. We load the bases, but we could not get anybody in. And LeBron James gets a double here. He's fucking good at every sport, ain't he? 2-1 game here. Chin Jung Liu is still in, pitching well. Jackson Jobe we still have in as well. As other than the 2-run first inning, he's been very solid this game. Cabrera hits a solo shot here, and then after that, Valentine hits a solo shot to give us a 3-2 lead. In the 7th inning, I took out Jackson Jobe. I thought his day was pretty good. He was getting tired. He only allowed the 2 runs early on, and then we hit LeBron James because we just could not stop him. Taylor Broadway, what a name, yo! I gotta check the Portland Sea Dogs minor league system. They got some names here. Angel de Jesus. He was pitching for us. We go to Jake Higginbotham. These names are great. He allows somehow gets a double play, but I think a run still scored. Either way, we got out of the inning. We still have the lead, so I didn't really care. And in the 9th inning, we go to our Zabala. I don't know how to say that first name, but he's our closer here in the Double-A team, and he would blow it. And I kept him in for some reason. I think I wanted him to get out of it. Either way, he blew it. And now we have a chance to walk it off. And Holton would do just that with a solo shot at the bottom of the 9th to beat the Sea Dogs 5-4 as Daniel Cabrera would win player of the game. Although I think LeBron James should have won player of the game if they took the win. I don't know. I mean, I just realized this. I played this so long ago. I don't remember. But I got to go take a look. Is that LeBron James? Is LeBron James in the MLB now? Red Sox, interestingly enough, offer a trade right after we play their minor league system for Joely Rodriguez, who's off to a horrid start. We are not going to take this trade because Cesar Hernandez, yes, he's in the minor leagues, but he is actually on fire in the minor leagues. I looked at his contract. and I looked at scopes. I eventually declined the trade, and we now go to scouting. As you can see, this was the last scouting report I did, and I just wanted to get some more finished on that because Nigel Paget, we have a third pick. I thought there was a chance that he could fall to the pick and he would be our pick, but if not, worst case scenario is I know what he's about, and he's off to a great, what am I trying to say? He has a very good class. I move around the things a little bit. I move Pedro Gonzalez. I want to remind you all that I did not scout correctly the first 6 weeks. I should have scouted a different way, and I a little bit better know what to do now. But that's why you're dealing with this. And I decided to call upon Cesar Hernandez to the big league roster. So what we did was DFA Winsell Perez, or we didn't DFA. We just removed him for the 40-man. And then we added, I was a little confused here, but we added Cesar Hernandez to the MLB lineup. And we jump into his first game on our lineup here at Detroit. I forget who we're playing. I think we're playing the Orioles here. You can see our record and their record early on here. 10-17 versus 17-10 Orioles at Comerica Park. And our first play with him would be a ground ball. Cesar Hernandez is a veteran that obviously has been good in the past. We signed him to a minor league deal as no team wanted him. And with the start that he had in AAA, I thought we had to go to him. Facing Cole Irvin here in a 1-0 game, 2 runners on. His first at-bat would be a 2-run single here. He's back in the major leagues as he gets a 2-run single and gives the Tigers the lead early on in this game, 2-1 in the second inning. We then jump ahead now 2-2 in the fourth with 2 runners on and 1 down. And it'd be an easy 6-4-3, almost double play. But I guess the 6-4 fielder's choice. He could not get Gunnar Henderson because Henderson is pretty fast. Either way, they take a 5-2 lead as Hernandez would draw the walk here. And then after that, Torkelson would draw the walk, leaving Javi Baez in a 2-2 count. And he rips a single into right field. 2 runs would score here, making it a 5-4 game. As Javi Baez batting 9th on our team. That's how bad he's been this year, which is a story for another time. We then jump ahead, 6-9. Nice is the score. We get a nice diving play by the third baseman. I don't exactly know who was playing third base for them, but it was a nice diving play, and that would do it for the game. We do pick up the win. I think it was a 6-9 victory for us. No, 8-9 as we almost blew it at the end. But you could see all the stats. Eric Haas had a home run and 2 runs. He won player of the game. Cesar Hernandez 1 for 3 with 2 RBIs. He was our next best player, really. Matt Manning had a pretty good game, but he allowed 5 runs, but I guess it's better than the 8 runs their pitcher allowed. And to end off the episode here, I wanted to play get through the first 2 games of the, what am I trying to say? Get through the first 2 games of the Mets series. I just blanked out there. Because the third game was against Kodai Senga, and Kodai Senga is the one I wanted to play against. And I also didn't want to deal with Verlander and is it Scherzer? I think they're both had the starts in this game. We'll figure it out. So I decided to simcast the first 2 games of the series, and then we'll play the third one against Kodai Senga. You can see early on here, Cesar Hernandez got a triple there, but it's 1-0. The Metropolitans are up. And you can see here a double play for Tommy Pham, which is a good way to get out of the inning there. Riley Green, Cabrera, and Haas all do nothing. And now in the 5th inning, Marte gets a single here. He was 1 for 3. He got caught stealing, and then an RBI double for Pete Alonso makes it 2-0. Verlander just kept dealing on the mound. And on the other end, Escobar gets a double. I didn't even know Eduardo Escobar was on the Mets in this. But he gets a double here, and then Ruff gets a double as well to make it a 3-0 game. And then eventually I had to take out Garrett Hill, so I went to Jason Foley, who would get out of the inning. But Verlander didn't need any help. He just kept wheeling and dealing on the mound. We go to the 7th inning now. You can see we get out of the inning pretty quickly. Verlander's stamina is still super high at this point in the game. And I had no confidence when I was simcasting. We now go down 4-0. I didn't think we were going to come back into this game. We get a single with Torkelson, but again, nothing comes of it. in the ninth inning here. Verlander goes for the complete game shutout, and he walks Hernandez but gets 3 straight outs afterwards. Matthew Boyd suffered an elbow inflation. I don't know why they just kept letting me pitch with him afterwards. Whatever. But Verlander would get the win or the complete game shutout here. And that basically sums up our team. We are not that good. And now we got to play Max Scherzer, who's basically just as good as the other man we just played, Verlander. Like, we were screwed, and we had Joey Wentz on the mound. It's not like we had anyone important or like big on the mound. You'll see the lineup here. I adjusted it a little bit. I just wanted to get Cesar Hernandez to the top of the lineup because he was off to a decent start. Other than that, wasn't really too much going on. You can see here, this would be the lineup. I'm pretty sure this is the lineup. I don't remember. But Cesar Hernandez was off to a hot start since the call-up, so I wanted him higher up in the order just to see how he would do in this game. Though it is Max Scherzer, so I don't really know how well you can do against him. I think he's just going to fuck you up no matter what. But you can see here, 0-0 game. Joey Wentz is on the mound for us. He allows a solo shot to Alvarez, making it a 1-0 game. And we don't really do much here early on. And that's what I was kind of upset with. I mean, yeah, it's good. Like, it's great pitching. Max Scherzer and Justin Verlander are great pitchers. But if we can't get anything going, like our second base runner of the game is because of an error, like, we're not going to be able to contend anytime soon. We're up now 2-1. Scope gets a single, and so does Cabrera. And then Haas gets a single as well. Torkelson then gets an RBI 2-run double or single, and then a 3-run homer for Javi Baez. So just like that, we're now up 5-2 on Max Scherzer, who is arguably their best pitcher this year. It looks like his stats were a little bit better than Verlander's. But as I was thinking all this stuff about how we needed to improve if we want to contend anytime soon, we took a 5-2 lead. Now, we did blow that lead, and it's now 6-5 to the Mets. But it came as I was thinking about all this problems. David Robinson comes in and allows a home run to Kerry Carpenter, instantly to tie the game. But nothing else amounts from that inning, so it is now 6-6. We go to Jose Cisnero, and he would hit Jeff McNeil, strike out 2, and then pop up the third. John Curtis here, not the wrestler, comes in. He walks Miguel Cabrera. I almost did a hit and run for some reason, but Eric Haas would get on base. I pitch ran the second baseman, which was Miggy. I wanted to try to score, so I put Bierling at second base. Nope, I put a Batu at second base. God, I paid great attention. We didn't score the run anyway. Cisnero would allow a home run to Pete Alonso in the next inning, making it a 7-6 game, which turns into a 9-6 game or a 6-9, which is nice. Edwin Diaz would come in, who's not hurt in this series, and shut the door. Mets take a 9-6 win here against us, which, I mean, I honestly didn't expect to win this game. But we still have one more game in the series, and that's what we will call this episode, because the next episode is going to be us going up against Kodai Senga, the rookie sensation for the Mets. He's off to a little bit of a rough year, or a rough start to the year, but he is the third pitcher in this great rotation. And you can just see, at 30 years old, those pitches, man, he is off. He has potential to be great. But that'll be next episode, guys. Thank you all for watching this episode. Hope you guys enjoyed, and until next time, I will talk to y'all later. I am out. Peace.